Every day, the mission houses over 230 men and women alike. They also provide more than 880 meals a day, as well as clean clothing. They also make personalized care plans for everyone they serve. So, say you're different than someone else, everybody's different. They assist you to your certain needs. They try to get people to get their GEDs in healthcare to provide a better life. So they're trying to get GEDs to get people jobs, to get them off the streets. They always need help. If you have time to volunteer, go volunteer. You know, your life may be so well that you need to volunteer to get knocked down a little bit. I personally have never volunteered at the actual Cherry Street Mission, but I have volunteered at soup kitchens before, and it is almost humbling to see, I may not be rich and I may not have everything I'd like, but I have a bed, I have food, I have both my parents in my life, I have a shower every day I can take, I have food I can take for lunch, and I have an education. And it's very humbling to show you that there's a lot of people, even in our area, that struggle. And no one has ever been turned away. So if they have a suspicion that you don't really need it, they won't turn you away. They like to house everyone that they can, and they try to help prevent homelessness, which means that they're trying to prevent people from becoming homeless before it even happens. They're trying to help get jobs, GEDs, health care, all of that. This is actually their logo. As you can see, they firmly believe in the gospel. And if you don't, it's no big deal if you don't believe in the gospel. I mean, it's just one of their things they would like. According to Toledo.com, the Cherry Street Mission has 2 women's facilities, the Sparrow's Nest and the Oaks. So the Sparrow's Nest and the Oaks specialize in helping battered women and their children. If you're homeless, they'll take you too. I mean, everybody's the same to them. Cherry Street Mission, the original location, has a men's facility, and they also have the Caleb's House. The Caleb's House is a transitional facility that they prefer to send people to if you're almost done with your basic care plan. They have multiple community centers that provide 3 meals a day. So if you don't live by the original Cherry Street Mission, it's no big deal if you're homeless. They have so many different places you can go to get food. There's shelters that they have. There's other community centers. There's everything. And I mean, with that many places, they need people to volunteer. So sign up. They try to transform through the message of Jesus Christ, which I said before, and it is really no big deal if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, the gospel, or if you even believe in another form of God. It's no big deal. They'll still take you. They're not going to shove religion down your throat, try to make you believe what they believe. Don't worry. The Philip Project is actually something new that they came up with, and it's a program to prevent homelessness by strengthening parents through neighborhood church initiatives. So, this is to help parents become responsible for children so that they don't become homeless themselves. The Toledo Blade interviewed Mr. Dan Rogers. He's the head of the Cherry Street Mission. And he says, we don't try to soften the anger of our guests. We tell our counselors, don't try to make the anger go away. Because no one makes a change in his life unless he's angry. So say I was homeless. My husband left me, took the kids, lost my job. I'm on the streets. I'm angry. I'm very angry because I can't see my husband, I can't see my kids. So I'm not going to go to I go to the Cherry Street Mission to get help. But the counselors aren't going to tell me, oh, it's going to be okay. Or don't be mad. They're going to let that anger sink in because they know that I will make a change with that anger. The next step is getting jobs for the homeless. Dan says that he sees the problem in Toledo, and it's not that the homeless are hungry and they don't need coats and they need jobs. They need real paying jobs. And they want to prevent homelessness before it even starts by getting people jobs. They serve about 1,700 people a year, which, as you can see from 2013, has definitely gone up in the number of homeless people, but all 1,700 of those people might not be considered homeless yet. The Cherry Street Mission, even if you have a house, but you can't afford food, they'll feed you. They accept anyone. They take you as you are, and I cannot stress this enough. People think that when they go to the Cherry Street Mission, they're going to be judged. They're going to be judged about what they believe in, how they look, how they're dressed. They're not going to judge you. They don't, I mean, it's not that they don't care what you look like, but they're not there to judge you. They're not there to judge you. And 1,000 to 1,100 say that they want to make a change of those 1,700, which means that they can graduate from the basic level of assistance, which means food, clothes, housing, to exchange. And exchange is a very interesting step in the program, I feel. I feel it's very beneficial for the homeless to have the exchange program. Exchange is trading work for a higher level assistance. So if you work extra hard, you'll have extra housing or extra food or extra clothes that week. But if you don't work, you're not going to get exchange for anything. And once they pass exchange, they get recovery. And Dan had said that once somebody works that hard through exchange, they need a recovery program because they're stressed, they're tired, it's rough, he said. Only of the 1,000 that graduate from basic to exchange and then to recovery, only about 1,000 that get through it. Only about 100 get jobs. So it's not the fact that Dan's not teaching them right, or the teachers aren't teaching them right. It's the fact that there aren't jobs in Toledo right now. So that could be a part of the homeless population, is that there are no jobs in Toledo right now. And their next step is an emerging program called Residential and Adult Vocational School. Now, if you're not 100% sure what vocational school is, there's one located right in Rossford. It is called Penta Career Centers. Now, I mean, they're all over the Ohio area, and these are for high schoolers, grades sophomore to senior, and you can go and learn a trade. So say you want to learn cosmetology, you can go learn cosmetology, dental hygiene, culinary. It's a number of different things you can learn. And you go and you graduate with a regular high school degree and your, say, cosmetology. You're going to graduate with a state board. So you're already licensed to do cosmetology right out of high school. So they're trying to do that at the Cherry Street Mission right now. They have 2 local mechanics that are already involved. They're trying to get more local businesses to get involved. They said that the mechanics will teach them how to work on cars, how to learn trades, valuable trades, so that they can get on with their lives and that they know something when they leave the Cherry Street Mission. I firmly believe that everyone that has able-bodied at least one day of their life should go volunteer at the Cherry Street Mission. Or maybe you don't live in Ohio. Go to your local food bank and donate your time, because it's humbling. It is very humbling to show somebody else that you're caring. I went one day this summer and I volunteered, and it actually wasn't volunteer work, but me and my mom, and I have a little sister, we made lunches. Then, if you know, Toledo has a very high homeless population right now. There's homeless people by the bus stations, by everywhere. We made lunches, and we went down, and we passed them out. And it was so humbling to watch these people. So